I'm Amy Cherry. The man who's accused of shooting at a Flagler County deputy and his own family has his day in court. Ben Smith reports.
The first hearing for Philip Hare Jr. lasted less than 5 minutes, but it was plenty of time for Judge Melissa Moore-Stens.
Aggravated assault with a firearm, carjacking with a firearm, burglary while armed with a firearm, shooting into a building, discharging a firearm from a vehicle, aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, and attempted second-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
The charges stem from a Monday evening incident on London Drive that involved shots exchanged between Hare and his father, all with a sheriff's deputy on scene. Hare turned himself in at the Putnam County Jail the next night. He told the judge he was not the shooter and did not want bond because someone is trying to kill him. Hare's next court date has not yet been announced. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Ben Smith.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
Another arrest made in connection with a Palm Coast robbery. Mary Rose Hamilton reports.
The third man sought in connection with the robbery of a Palm Coast man at his home in February landed in the Flagler County Jail Tuesday. Devontae Emanuel, 22 of Bunnell, is charged with armed burglary, aggravated battery, robbery with a weapon, and grand theft in connection with the incident. Emanuel is one of 3 Bunnell men accused of teaming up to rob a Palm Coast man at gunpoint on February 12th. Flagler County deputies arrested Edward Stark Jr. on April the 6th, and DeAndre McCall turned himself in April the 14th. The victim of the botched robbery picked all 3 of the 22-year-old suspects out of a photo lineup. The victim told deputies that McCall and Emanuel came to his Rickenbacker drive home to buy a pound of marijuana from him, and they began choking and threatening him. Stark then entered the home, and the 3 robbed the resident at gunpoint before pistol whipping him and fleeing with guns, jewelry, and drugs. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Mary Rose Hamilton.
Holland Park is finally slated to reopen next month, about a year later than everyone had anticipated. The project has seen a lot of bumps along the way after the city had to fire its original contractor, but the city is hoping once residents see the new park, they'll forget all about those lengthy delays. The park is now 3 times its original size, and everything is state-of-the-art. It will have several playgrounds, basketball and tennis courts, and not 1 but 2 dog parks, one for the larger canines and one for small dogs. There's also a volleyball court, 2 baseball fields, bocce courts, and an area to play horseshoes. Walkers and bikers can enjoy a trail that winds through the park. All of this meant to accommodate our growing population. The park is well lit with environmentally friendly lighting. Eventually, it will have a splash park feature to help kids and adults cool off in the summertime, but that's part of the 5-year plan for the space. Flagler County's economy is on the rise. Development activity for the first 6 months of the fiscal year has topped year-long activity over last year. Nearly 400 permit applications have been filed, many of them for single-family homes. County Administrator Craig Coffey called the increase steady and on trend to continue the incline. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.